Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. This is a two-parter, and it's a two-parter that I'm going to have to gesture at some point. Like, I'm going to get worked up, I'm going to have to flip on my little webcam thing, and I'm going to have to gesture up in the top left corner of the screen out of exasperation. So, part one, patience. Okay, cool. When a lot of people ask me about crowdfunding campaigns and they start talking about stuff and, oh, it's late or whatever, this is pretty much my advice for most of those campaigns. Like, if it's just a couple of months late, it's probably okay. Don't quibble over, hey, this campaign is like 2 months late. Guess what? Crazy stuff happens in life. Shipping delays happen, printing errors. Cody Fernandez, he's having some kind of difficulty with his printer, getting stuff sorted out. I don't really know what the deal is. Maybe the paper stock was wrong or something. I don't know. Stuff like that happens, and it adds, 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there onto the timelines. So a month or two overdue, pretty okay. The problem is Red Rooster is 2 years overdue. 24 months overdue from the time that it said it would be fulfilled. Right here, you see I even pre-highlighted it for you. March 2019. And I think that date was originally something else and it got bumped back. Oh man, I just realized this isn't even a two-parter. This is webcam time. Webcam time. This is a three-parter. It's absolutely 3 parts to this madness. Oh, I should get this book out of the way so we're not implicating anybody's product with my ranting. Okay? Okay. 3-parter. There's no time left for patience. There's no time left to be calm and kind. Trust has been violated. The implicit contract between customer and creator has been stretched so far that it has either been broken or it has lost all meaning. When you are 2 years late on a project that is simply you drawing a bunch of pages, something that one person can control, and you don't even have the digitals done and out the door to give to your customers as a stopgap to providing the actual physical good as soon as possible, it's just a shakedown, man. It is just a shakedown. There is no patience. So that's thing number one. Thing number two is a little crazier. You're like, what do you mean? Look at this. What is this? Is this Red Rooster? Is this a sketchbook? I'm not sure. Let's go check the official Red Rooster account right here. Okay? See? Real Red Rooster. Dawn of a new era of comics. Discover more about Red Rooster. Golden Age now. Pre-order yours today. Indiegogo link. Followed by Elizabeth Brightweiser. Reposting Mitch Brightweiser's stuff. I mean, sometimes this art is popping. Like, I gotta give Mitch Brightweiser props. One thing I really liked, like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, 2.5, something like that. It was a while back. Was watching his warm-up doodles, man. There's something about his line work that I just really appreciate, even though it's very doodly. Somehow it looks pretty cool, and then when he paints over it like this, it looks even better. Like, I really enjoy it. Now, I know when I was reviewing, like, issue 2 of Red Rooster, there's some places I'm kind of like, some of this art looks unfinished, bro. Like, it clearly been rushed a little. How? Why? You've had 2 years to do it. You've had 2 years. So anyway, it's not on this. In fact, the last post here is from all the way back in 2018. Come on, bro. 2.5 years, and you have not updated the official Instagram account for your product? Even I'm better at updating Instagram than this. Okay, let's click over here. Allegiance Arts' Instagram. Hey, what's this? How does I click on that? It's just some moments or whatever. Okay, whatever. I don't see this picture. Let's look here. Mike S. Miller has this picture. Does not appear to be here. Okay, this tweet here is from when? It's got to be a timestamp. March 4th, so like 3 days ago. This is from 6 days ago. That's from 2020, so that's 3 months old. Where's the picture of this cover? You should tell me, right? Okay, I bet Mitch Breitweiser has it. It's got to be here somewhere, right? Like, um, uh, um, huh? How far back are we now? February 2020. So we went back a year, and it's not there. Weird. Super weird. Where could it be? I don't know. It's not on any of the Instagram accounts. Maybe if I went to his Twitter and started digging around there, I'd see it. But you know what? There's got to be one source of truth, right? One place you can go to know what's up with the campaign. The campaign page. If there's a cool picture, you'd think it should be here, right? Let's check it out. Go to updates. It's printing! It's printing! We hit another milestone today. Yes! Proofs have been approved and the book is at the printer. Yes! We're proud to be printing it locally. Hey, that's cool. Hey, there it is. There's the image. Why isn't that picture here? Why haven't you said, hey, here's what the proofs look like? I mean, I see the printer proof sheet. This is great, but you've got like a physical volume here that's being shown off by someone who is not on the team. Why aren't we kept in the loop? So January, December. Ooh, yeah, some of these updates are fairly sparse. Some of them are pretty close. Let's look at the comment threads. I don't know what this was supposed to be. But he's waiting on the books to arrive. Cool. Winter weather might have delayed something. Well, this winter has been pretty bad. It'd been nice to have seen an update here about that. Looking for issue 3s and found nothing. Did the release date of February 19th get delayed? Oh man, is that when they were supposed to have come out? I have no idea. I think I did see it got delayed till like March for the issue 3s. But you kind of see the problem here. Where is the communication? Even if you're behind, even if you don't want to do it, you should still tell people, hey, everybody, slow down a second. Here's the deal. And just be honest. Like, there's no reason, absolutely no reason, to lie to your customers. Yeah, you'll get some people who will be like, oh, I want a refund. Guess what? You just refund them. If you already placed the order for your books, well, you just got an extra copy you can throw up on eBay and sell, or give away in a contest, or whatever. And if you haven't ordered the books yet, you just order one less. It's not a big deal. Like, just give people their money back. It ain't a thing. But by lying to them or not communicating to them, what you're doing is telling people you don't respect them as a customer. It's almost like you were just using them so that over here you could get $197,000 and then use that as proof that, hey, we can sell this specialty product to a bunch of nerds on the internet. Imagine what this product will be like in your store. Now, I want to make it absolutely clear. I'm not upset with them for getting their book in Walmart. That's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. Congratulations. Comic books need to be in every possible place you can sell them if you want to start selling comic books in big numbers again. That's absolutely a truth. I don't know that those books are very good to compete against those DC giants that are in Walmart. Those things are such a great value. 100 pages of comics, $5. You get like a classic story and some new stuff. Like, it's hard to beat for somebody who is not a hardcore collector that has not like read all the old stuff already. like what the old Batman Giants, like they serialized like Hush through like the first 10 or 14 issues or whatever. Well, if you haven't read Hush, you're in for a treat. Like that's a no-brainer. Like yeah, it's Hush. It's got that beautiful Jim Lee art. And you think you're Red Rooster over here with no brand recognition, except for people that remember WWF, which is totally unrelated, is going to compete on $5 price point with those mass market products? I don't know, man. You probably could, but you need way more than just a box. Like, don't get me wrong. I think these box designs, especially this red one, was super striking. This is also pretty cool with a lightning bolt. But I don't think that's enough to attract the attention that you're looking for. Now, that's just my opinion, okay? Like, it's great that they got that deal, but your backers who enabled that, you should treat them with a little bit more respect. You should be hustling to get that project done, to get that product out the door, sent to them. And then you'd be like, yo, hey, thank you so much for making it possible for us to be in stores, for us to be sold to children nationwide who maybe have never seen a comic book before. But they see that big, bright red box, and they see Bass Reeves, and they're like, hey, that looks pretty cool. Hey, you know what I do see in this picture now that I'm looking more closely? Check it out. Looks like issue 3 is done and sitting right there. I might have to go to Walmart. I haven't been to a Walmart, the Walmart that stocks these things, in a long time. So maybe I need to go. So my point is, where is the communication? Hey, guys, here's what it looks like. Maybe Mitch did a video and I didn't see it, but like here, live flip along. Here's the cover. Here's the inside cover. Here's a random page. Here's the back cover. Here's the inside back cover. Look how cool this book is now that I'm holding it in my hands and showing it to you, my loyal backers who have been with me through thick and thin. Like, you got to give people some love. We gave you money to make your dream come true. Treat us like you like us. Feels like we're number one, not some number two that you stepped in. All right. Third thing. We branched out to 3 things. I was not going to go into one of these, but I'm going to go into it now. We're going to do it. So, like, everything is all hunky-dunky, right? It's all looking cool. Great looking cover. We scroll down here. Let us be a little realistic here. Hold on, I got to take a sip of my beverage here. So I'm going to mute my microphone for just a moment, but you can read the tweet. All right. Have you read the tweet? Let's be a little realistic here. Crowdfunding is not a long-term business plan. Getting a deal with the largest retailer in the country is. I agree with that second sentence. If you get your book out there, we were just talking about this. We were just talking about this. I agree with you on that second point. Getting your book into stores is absolutely what you got to do. Like, if you can make more money that way to fund more art, do it. Take it. Seize the day. Carpe diem. But don't do it at the neglect of the people who were there supporting you before you made it big. Now, I'm not saying like they sold out or anything. I don't care about that. Artists need to sell out at least a little bit so that they can keep making art. But, I'm sorry, I said second sentence. I thought these 2 were the same sentence here. So I guess I really meant this third sentence. But this, I don't know if that's true. I don't think we have evidence to say if that is or isn't true. Because right now, in comics, there are a whole lot of people who are establishing careers doing crowdfunding. And they're building up success. Now, there's lots of different paths here. There's people jumping in, being like, yo, I'm Comic Skate. I expect $50,000 or whatever. And some of them are getting it. Some of them aren't. And we're not going to go into like any of that kind of stuff. But there's that. There's people that have been out there hustling They do their Indiegogo or whatever. They make like $5,000. They put out their book. Next campaign they do, they make 10 grand, then 15, then 20. And before you know it, you're suddenly Tim Lim and Mark Pellegrini, and you're doing these gigantic campaigns, and your books are still being published by a real publisher. And I shouldn't really say a real publisher. They're being published by a publisher who sells through Diamond. So you're getting into comic book stores. You got guys doing Patreons. The Rags crew, the Mythoverse guys, like they've got their little Patreon set up, so they have like a regular monthly boom, 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 boom that they can depend on, which they use to produce art. So I don't think you can say crowdfunding is not a long-term business plan. It's working pretty well. I know you're like a Bitcoin billionaire by now, Mr. Miller, but a lot of creators are doing okay with crowdfunding, and they're seeing better returns. Now, there are some who aren't. I think Brian Pulido is seeing like the same amount for every Lady Death campaign because he's got the same pool of people backing it. He's not growing that pool fast enough to overcome the natural drop-off as people move out of the hobby. But even there, he's making like 200 grand a campaign. He's doing all right, you know? Not to mention he uses all that to pay for the art and stuff, so then he can just print other editions and sell those at conventions and stores, da-da-da-da-da. Crowdfunding seems to work for some people. Marcel Dupré, he has a whole comic book company, and it's founded on doing crowdfunds. I got some of his books from like 3 years ago, the SFC stuff, Kasai Homecoming. I don't get to back all of his campaigns because, you know, wallet size, but I've seen some of his newer work with a variety of creators. He doesn't just like work with one dude. He's not producing one book a month. He's got a whole swath of titles being crowdfunded. He's always got a couple crowdfunds going at the same time, it feels like. Dude's got stuff coming out, is my point. It's all backed up by crowdfunding. He gets like 20 grand a pop or something. It's pretty respectable business. Especially when you realize that if you were, you know, selling these things in a comic book store, let me just scribble some back of the envelope calculations here with my Coffin Comics pen. So let's say you're selling this stuff in the store for $4. That's what the store sells it for. So the store's going to take half of that minimum. So 2, which means now there's $2. Well, Diamond sold it to the store for $2, which meant Diamond bought it from the publisher for $1. The publisher's going to take half of that. Well, not the publisher necessarily. The printer is going to take like half of that. So now you're looking 50 cents left over. The publisher's going to take their cut, and the artist is going to take theirs. If you're selling like 1K units, for that, you've now made $500 total for all the creatives. Guess what? Nobody can live on this per month. Not once you start splitting it like 1, 2, 3, 4 ways. You do a crowdfund for 20K. However many units you're selling. Let's say you're doing some kind of expensive printing, like you're doing print on demand or something. Now you've got 5K left by the time you're fulfilled. This is just kind of an approximation. I would have to like break this down and figure out tiers and stuff, and I'm not going to do all that, but you're probably going to end up with like 5K for the creative team for one issue. Look, one of these is greater than the other one. Crowdfunding can work. For people who are not producing big name brand products, who would be ordinarily getting published through like Black Mask or something, crowdfunding beats that. Crowdfunding can totally get you enough that you can maybe eke out an existence on. Whereas being a small-time creator for an indie comic publisher probably won't. Not everybody out there gets to make those big fat DC and Marvel dollars. A lot of creators have to settle for a lot less. Because they're not moving 50,000 units. They're not moving 80,000 units. They're not even selling like 20,000 units of My Little Pony. They're moving like 500 copies. They're moving 800 copies. Numbers that are low enough that Diamond will be like, yo, we're not even going to carry your book. Now, maybe ultimately the bottom falls out of the crowdfunding model and it goes away, but that's no different from the fact that, newsstand fell out from underneath comics. And now comics are locked into this terrifying, specialty store model that needs to die. So, no, you're wrong. Crowdfunding is as long-term a plan as being in physical stores. Over here, some people have been out of shape about my opinion on the Red Rooster issue, saying I don't care about comics. Yep. This, I'm with you on. I'm 100% with him on this. And this is what he should have said instead of this. Like, okay, maybe some people are kind of really upset about these things here, but we already kind of dealt with that when we're talking about patience. The patience is over. There's no reason to be patient. But I'm absolutely with him in support of getting books into the hands of people who can read them, getting books into the hands of new readers so that they will maybe go buy another book and then another book. And maybe they grow out of it. But along the way, maybe they bought 20 comic books. And wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that absolutely be cool? So there are my thoughts about the Mike S. Miller drama here, about Allegiance Arts, about Red Rooster, as of today, March 7th, 2021. You all take care of yourselves. You have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And bye-bye.